Okay, for the update, no doubt you can see there is no honey super on top of this hive, and it's not that these girls aren't doing great. They're doing awesome, just as well as they look like they're doing. The reason that they don't have the super on top is my cutout. This is out of the bee tree. I'm not sure if the queen absconded and maybe the queen cell that I know was in this hive, because I put it in a rescue frame, maybe that got chilled, or maybe it was no longer viable for whatever reason. I couldn't even see the empty cup, so I don't know if they've chewed it off and did away with it, or what's happened. But I've gone through all of these frames, and actually the hive beetles had kind of gotten in there. I felt like maybe it was too much real estate for the girls to take care of, considering how I'm assuming they swarmed is what I think happened, because there's about a third of the amount of bees that I put in this box right now. And it's a lot of young nurse bees. It looks like maybe they absconded versus swarmed, and they just gave up and left. And the nurse bees that are in here are the bees that were just about to hatch. They came out, everything else was gone, and so I have a hopeless queenless hive, or did. Back to this hive, they were doing so well, I was able to pull 2 frames completely drawn, honeycomb, brood comb, had some bee bread. They're foundationless frames, so like I said, these girls have been working overtime. So I went ahead and put 2 full drawn out foundationless frames. One of them has quite a few eggs, a lot of larvae, still real young larvae, and a ton of capped brood. So I went ahead and took just a little bit of the bee bread and some honey, not much, in the other frame, and set it in this hive as well. And then, if you can see, I've got the inner cover in between the brood box and the top super. That top super is empty. You can hear the train. What I'm using it for is I got the inner cover in there, and then I set a pollen patty on top of that inner cover, so these girls would have some food immediately to help them build up some new comb and start hopefully rear them a queen. She can 16 days from now, hopefully she'll pop out, go mate, come back in a couple weeks, and hopefully next month I'll have a laying queen and a thriving colony. So we'll see, man. I'll just have to keep track of this one here. Naturally it'd be the bee tree cutout, man. That thing was a pain in the ass from the get-go, and it's continuing to how did Mace, how'd you put it? The saga continues. So anyhow, here we go.